When you find the home that's right for you, it's time to put together an offer to purchase the property. Real estate agents craft offers and negotiate contracts all the time. Your opinion is important, but carefully consider your agent's input as well. In the end though, it's your financial future, so it's up to you to determine what kind of offer makes sense. Here are a few big things to keep in mind. The first is to make sure that you've done your homework. Verify the school information and property boundary lines and more. Check out the home and the neighborhood at different times of day. Ask your agent or local officials about any planned changes coming up. You don't want to find out after closing that a factory or a 4-lane highway is going up nearby. Second, see what your agent can learn about the seller's motivations. If a homeowner recently got divorced or is taking a new job, they may be highly motivated to sell. On the other hand, some homeowners aren't in any hurry and are waiting for the perfect offer. Getting insight into the seller's mindset and motivation can help strengthen your negotiating position. The third tip is to take a close look at comps. Before making an offer, your agent will pull together information about similar homes in the area that have sold recently. Some of these recent comparable home sales, or comps as they're called, will have more bedrooms or less square footage and other differences. But looking at good recent comps gives you a better feel for the market, and it's a great tool when you're deciding where to start your first offer. Number 4, start where it makes sense. Pre-approved buyers already have a pretty good feel for how much they can and want to spend on a home. Protect your financial future by sticking with this figure. Rely on your agent's guidance and make a first offer that makes sense. You don't want to overpay for the home, but you also don't want to submit a lowball offer that turns off the seller. The fifth is to make sure that you have the right contract contingencies. VA buyers are required to have an appraisal, but that doesn't give you the same insight and protection as a home inspection. It's a smart investment in most cases to make your purchase contingent on the results of the home inspection. These can reveal all sorts of costly problems, and you can use the results of your inspection to renegotiate with a seller or even walk away from the deal. Veterans and military members who currently own a home may want to add a home sale contingency that makes a new purchase contingent upon their ability to sell their old home. The key is to protect yourself as much as possible without turning off the seller. And last, include earnest money with your offer. To show that you're a serious buyer, you may want to include a deposit with your offer. This deposit is known as earnest money. There is no hard and fast rule for how much you need. Some buyers might put down $100, while others will write a check for $1,000. Buyers can typically get this money back if the deal falls through. Otherwise, it's often applied to the down payment or closing costs. Talk with your real estate agent about what kind of earnest money deposit makes sense. When it comes to the nuts and bolts of a purchase agreement, this is where an experienced real estate agent makes a big difference. The contract is typically going to include what you're offering to pay for the home, when you want to close, and how long the seller has to respond to your offer. Many buyers also try to negotiate the payment of closing costs. Some will even include a handwritten letter telling the sellers why they love the home so much and how happy they would be to own it. Every purchase agreement is different. Every property, every buyer, and every seller all change the equation. This is a legal contract, and you want to make sure that you protect yourself as much as possible. A real estate agent or an attorney can be a great resource.